Hi, welcome back to the Hot Lunch Shop. I am sitting here at my photo booth. I have all of the stuff that I bought yesterday when I went out sourcing at garage sales for my eBay store. So I think this is everything now that I got yesterday. I did go out again this morning and get not quite as much, but I think I got a couple of pretty decent items today. So that all of that stuff is still in the car. I figured I need to get all of this stuff listed before I can bring any of that in. So today I got up, I went out about 8:30 and probably I went to a church sale. This is a good church sale that they do it twice each summer. And so in June or July they did it. I got a lot of stuff there, and I was pleasantly surprised with how much I was able to earn off some of that stuff. So last time I got a bunch of My Little Ponies, maybe like 70. I mean, it was a lot, and they charged me like 10 cents a piece or something. So I sold all those. I did very well on those. I got an Arc'teryx winter coat that just went through eBay's authentication. I shipped it, I don't know, a week ago, and it went. I was a little worried about it going through authentication because I paid only 50 cents for it at this church sale. So I didn't know, I couldn't imagine how this coat that probably cost, I don't know, 800 to $1,200 ended up in this basement of a church for only 50 cents. So I assumed it was, I mean, I thought it was probably going to fail the authentication, but it didn't. It passed. So I made $200 on that coat. So probably from that sale, the last sale, the stuff that I sold since then, I probably made $600 to $800, maybe more, maybe $1,000. So I was happy to find a flyer that they were going to be doing it again. So they do it 3 weeks in a row. So I missed last week. I didn't know about it, but I went today, and then hopefully I'll go next Saturday. But that's a lot of storytelling you didn't need to hear about. So I went to that sale, and I went to about 5 other garage sales this morning. So I'll show all that stuff to you maybe tomorrow or maybe over the course of the next week as I get it out of the car, start listings on all of that stuff. But everything I'm going to show you today has listings written, the drafts written, and then they're just waiting for photos to be taken. So maybe I'll get some of those photos done tonight off camera. Probably not. It's already after 9, and I do want to do a little bit of inventory tonight. So I might take some photos of 2 or 3 of these things and then move on to inventory. So I'll show you everything I've got here, and then I'm gonna empty out 1 or 2 locations from my storage and check to make sure everything that is there is actually listed on eBay, and everything that eBay thinks is in that location is in that location. So I'll do that tonight. I'll end all of those listings and then relist them. That's a way to kind of goose the algorithm, the eBay algorithm, and hopefully that will get some of those things to move. Because in most cases, these things have been sitting for quite a long time. So, okay, let's turn the camera around, and then we'll take a look at everything that I picked up yesterday and that I'm about to list in my eBay shop. Okay, this is everything, and it's kind of a lot. Like, I'm kind of surprised I got this much listing done, or part of the way done, in just one day. But let's go through it one piece at a time. I went to a garage sale in Oak Park here. I'm in the Chicago. I'm in like the northwest side of Chicago. I'm only about 10 minutes from Oak Park. It's a good city to go to sales in. The people there they're either like slightly wealthier than other people around here, and so when you go to those kind of sales, basically they either don't have any value for the stuff that they're selling, so they'll just sell everything for $2 or $3, or the worst case scenario is that they think everything they have is worth a lot of money. So that does happen. But today I went to this one sale. I have been to it at least one other year, and I think probably twice. And it's a woman who owns a tortoise. I've never seen this tortoise. I think she keeps it in the basement. But she told me all about it in one of my previous visits. And so she hosts these sales, and all of the proceeds go to support the Oak Park Animal Care League, or whatever it's called, something like that. So I'm happy to give her some of my money. I'll see if I can pull out the things that I bought there, which maybe it's not that much. Oh, last night I listed a cookie tin that I paid $4 for. I think it's worth about 45, 35 or 45. I listed that last night. That came from that garage sale. Anyway, this thermos came from that garage sale. This is I never heard of this cartoon, Korg. I think it's from 10,000 BC. Korg 10,000 BC. It says 1975 Hanna-Barbera production. So this should have been something that was in heavy rerun rotation when I was a kid, but I never heard of it, Korg. Anyway, I paid up for this a little bit. I paid $5 for this thing, and this probably was the worst thing I bought. I'm gonna guess. It's pretty rough. You know, it does have some of the printing scraped off. These sides are really scraped up. And in the sale, I did some research and I thought this was selling for about $45. So buying it for 5 was fine. But it seems like I might have been mistaken. Sometimes researching on the phone is a little bit more difficult than researching on a PC. So in retrospect, it seems like this is maybe worth 20 or 25, and in this kind of condition, probably on the lower end of that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to list this at $19.99. So $5 into 20, it's okay, but it's not that's not the kind of return on investment I'm usually looking for. I also got these books. These aren't really books. They're like craft kits to make these folded. These are birds on strings. So birds on strings 1, birds on strings 2, and then there's butterflies on strings. I have 2 copies of that. And then finally, Color Fold Zoo. I think they made, I don't know if they made like 12 or 15 different kits like this. I'm pretty sure they're from the like early 90s. There's no copyright date or anything on these, but I think they're from the 90s just based on the look of the photos that they have of these kids doing these crafts. Anyway, I paid $2 a piece for these, which I was kind of hesitant. I think they're probably worth like $10 a piece. So paying $2 a piece for them, maybe not great. But some of these did sell for like 15 to 16. So I've decided I'm just going to list them all together. There's 5 of them. I paid $10 for all 5. I have it listed for $55. And I'll consider going down on that over time. Anything else came from there? Oh yeah, these paper doll sets. These are golden books. So like little golden books. Apparently they also made paper doll books. And they got some licensing. So they did some Barbie ones. This one is Perfume Pretty Barbie. So here's Ken, I guess, giving Barbie a bottle of perfume. These have not been punched at all. They're all of the pieces are still in here. The dolls are in the front on like cardboard, and then all their clothes on thinner sheets of paper. And then I think there's more dolls in the back. Let's see. I can't get it open, but this Barbie one, I didn't see this exact one, but some other Barbie ones would sell for like 2 for 30 or 2 for 25, or in some instances just a single book for 30. So I have these 2. I paid $2 a piece for these, so $4. I think I'm listing this at 35 for the 2 of them. One is Barbie and one is not. This one is just like generic bride and groom. I still think that I'll be able to get 30. If I can't, I can maybe I listed it at 40. I can't remember, but it's like 35, somewhere between 30 and $40. I always have the room to lower the price on those if they don't seem like they're gonna go. Okay, what's next? Oh yeah, this came from the same sale. These boots, they're like Ariat. These are like steel-toed, like Western style work boots. They were $10, which is, I guess that's probably about right. They're a little bit beat up, but I think that's kind of a selling point for these kind of things. The soles look good, nice, and there's plenty of tread on there, you know, and they're pretty clean. Except for this work, this wear on the toes, they're in pretty good condition. I saw not in this color, like these have this blue upper part, the shin part. I saw some that were exactly the same as this, except for the color, and they sold for like 110 or 120 or something like that. When I was doing some research, I found a website that sells this exact same boot for like $75 new. So probably not going to get over $100 for these. I think I listed them for 60, and we'll see if we can get that. If not, we'll lower the price. Okay, so what's next? All right, these little books, these are like little, very antique kids books, mostly from like 1919 and 1920. They're all the same publisher, the same kind of series. It's like classic kids books published in this small format. There's Alice in Wonderland, and then Through the Looking Glass. I think these are probably the stars of this set, even though they're in pretty rough shape. All of these books are a little bit rough. I just described each book, every little bit of wear that I saw on it, I put in the listing. So there's 9 of these. I got them for free. They were on like a free table in at a garage sale, stuff people didn't think was worth anything. But these are potentially worth something. It's hard to know for sure. There are some Alice in Wonderland ones from this same company that look a slightly different but very similar that are selling from like individually like $85 to $150. I didn't see any of these exact same books, but others from the series selling for between like as low as $15 a piece to as high as like 45 or 50. I'm gonna list all these. There's 9 of them. I'm gonna list them for 150 and see what happens. I don't know that I'll get it because I think I've described them as more damaged than they actually are, but they are pretty rough. So we'll see if I can get that 150 for those. Okay, this came from that same sale too, the Animal Welfare League. This is Oregon ducks. In my family we would have called this a stocking cap. I don't know that other people use that term, but people might say it's a beanie, like a winter hat. This is only $2. I think I can't find any that are exactly the same as this, but a lot that are pretty similar, and some like vintage ones selling for like $100 for just a plain looking stocking cap. I have no way of knowing the age on this, although it does look like the style looks kind of 70s to me. I don't know if it is or not, but that's what it looks like to me, 70s or 80s. This way that the letters are formed in the knitting. I don't know. I think I'm going to list this for 20, and then if it doesn't move, I'll drop it down to 15 or 16. I only paid 2 for it, so it's all right. I did not get these at any of these sales, but I got 2. I'm trying to do at least one of these propellers a day. I think I probably have like 20 more to go through. Right now, they're all sitting on my front porch, so I want to get them cleared off because it looks a little bit janky. But anyway, these 2, I paid $6.70 or something a piece for these at an auction, and they'll go for 45 or 50. Okay, this is a good. Well, this came from a sale, a different sale. What else came from this sale? Yesterday I showed you a a bottle opener from Disney's Haunted Mansion, the Hatbox Ghost. I got this from that same sale, and these 2 things and this thing here all came from that same sale. That guy I just said, how much do you want for all of this? Nothing has prices on it. He said $16, and I thought we were going to argue because I was assuming he was going to want to charge me 25 or 30 for this lantern, but he wanted $16 for everything that I got. So I just gave him 20 and told him to keep the change, and then he was very grateful, which I guess is, I don't feel, it's a strange thing when like I really just didn't want to wait around for him to make change, and I knew these things were worth way, way more than the amount that he was charging me. So I feel like I still ripped him off in some way, but he thinks I'm a real nice guy who gave him an extra $4. Anyway, this is the worst thing I got there, this Chicago White Sox t-shirt. It says 2005 World Champions, so I thought it was probably from 2005. It's a jerseys brand, so it's not like it doesn't have like a soft printed tag inside the neck. But then when I looked at it closely, it says 2005 World Champions 10th anniversary. So this is probably a 2015 shirt. In any event, I'm assuming I did just some assigning of prices to these things based on the $20 I gave him. And I'm assigning this $2 cost of goods. And I think I'll sell it for, I might get 20 for it, probably get 16 for it. There's one other that sold just like this for like 18. This was the first thing I saw there, this lantern, Coleman lantern. It's brand new in the box. It's from the 90s. Somewhere it says a date on it, like 91, I think. I don't remember where it is, but somewhere it's printed on the box. A date, oh, 392. So nice and vintage. These things are very sought after. There's some of these brand new in the box like this selling for upwards of $150. I think I have this one at $120. So I'm estimating I paid $5.50 for it. I'm going to sell it for at least $100, hopefully $120. I might take an offer and sell it for $100. This was there right next to it. Let me see if I can get it open. It's another Coleman item, a cooking stove, like an outdoor propane powered. It says dual fuel stove, so I don't really know what that means. But the guy was asking me like, "Are you a real outdoorsman?" I was like, "No, I'm just gonna sell this stuff, you know." So anyway, this again, $5.50. I paid for this. Not quite as good as the lantern, but probably $60. I'll keep moving. And then from him, I got this. I have never seen anything like this before. A CorningWare hot plate. So I don't know. I'm assuming, I mean, this dish fits so perfectly on here that it probably is the right dish for this. But I saw some other ones. Most of the ones that have sold or are for sale do not have a dish. It's just the hot plate. I think there's only one that sold with a dish, and the dish was slightly different. It had very different lid, and the dish was slightly different. So I don't know what they sold. I have no idea how this originally came, but I'm assuming this all came together. I don't get what this is for. Maybe this is actually where the heat goes through. I really don't know. Anyway, I estimated $6 on this, what I paid him, and I think I have it listed for 125. So there's some without the dish that have sold for like, that are listed right now for like between 50 and 100, or 50 and 110 or 111 or something like that. There's one that's like I said, there's one that sold with the dish, and that one sold for 125. So I'm going with that number. I need to test it to make sure it works before I sell it, before I list it, or while I'm listing it, I guess. Okay, this is a waffle iron. Can I open it? It's all wrapped up. It's it's like a waffle iron, and then the plates are flippable so that you can make it like a flat iron to make paninis or something else. So right now it's got waffle on the top, flat on the bottom, but these things just flip right over. This is Sears Country Craft, so it has this like really 70s style, maybe 80s style print on the top of it. It's like pretty fancy actually, and it's in good condition. Like there is a tiny bit of like baked on batter from somebody using it, and a couple of spots of scuffing around the corners, and a few places where this print is scraped away, but it's, I mean, pretty nice. This just had a sticker for $2 on it. I love these waffle irons, and I usually just buy them without even looking them up if they're at a price like that. So for $2, I just grabbed it. Today I found one that sold very recently for $65. So I'll try to get $65 for that. Okay. These aren't much. I bought all of these like novelty license plates at one garage sale, and these were there as well. They have 75 cents written on them, but there was a sticker over each one that said a quarter. So by the time I paid for these plates, these were $5 a piece. They just gave me these two puzzles, these vintage Playskool wooden puzzles. These are from 1992. I have some of these in my shop right now that have not sold, so I probably shouldn't have been buying more, but they're not worth that much. Maybe 15, maybe 20 for these two. And then these weird novelty license plates. These are all brand new. They're from the 70s. Most of them are very misogynist and sexist. This is the first one that I saw. These welfare Cadillac. So I guess you put this on your jalopy. There's two of these. One of these that was used sold for $65. And several have sold for like between $45 and $55. So these are brand new. I think I listed them at $55, and now that I'm thinking about it, I might consider going back and raising that price since they're still sealed. These have been sealed since, I mean, these are real 70s type stuff. So I might go back and raise the price on these, but right now I think they're at like $55 or $65, something like that. This one, again, I mean, that's the only one that's really not, well, there's one other one that's not really misogynist. I'll save that one for last. This one, misogynist, 9 out of 10 men who try camels prefer women. So this must have been at a time when there was a Marlboro commercial, I think. 9 out of 10 men who try camels prefer Marlboro. I think that was an advertising campaign. So they've cleverly turned it around to imply that men are having sexual relations with camels and they'd rather have it with women. So some of them have this little Scotty at the bottom, which I guess is like the name brand of the company that produced these. This one, again, it's like a bunch of these have sold in like the $45 to $60 range, and none of them are used. I mean, all of them are used. This one is brand new. So again, I might want to raise the price on this one, 65 or 70. Like, I can't remember what I listed it for. This one I don't find anybody selling, and that's probably a good thing because it's like a kind of our joke about rape. So not a great one. I considered leaving it behind, but I just grabbed it with the rest of them. So we'll put that one aside and not think about it too much. And then another one, another sexist one, no writers except brunettes, blondes, and redheads. It's very strange that brunettes, blondes, and redheads implies women, even though men can be brunettes, blondes, and redheads. This one, again, I mean, this one is brand new. There's a lot of these that have sold in that range, $50 to $60. I should consider raising these prices. We'll see. Maybe I'll just leave them alone and just sell them quickly. I paid $5 each for these. So if I can, I'll more than double I'll more than 10 times my investment on them, I'm pretty sure. This is just passing through. This is the only one that's not really creepy. And maybe it is creepy because this is the character, Mr. Natural, this hippie character from R. Crumb, the underground comics artist who has a reputation for being sort of creepy. So anyway, this is this is like full on 70s stuff. This one I think is probably going to be the best one. I think I have this one already listed for 75. There's no evidence of this existing on eBay, no sales of it, and no current listings. Okay, last thing. I went to a sale and there was a guy just like totally following me around and wanting to tell me about everything that he had there for sale. And I don't like that. No, I don't think anybody likes that. But I picked this up there as a toaster. It has a pretty big ding on it, so that's a detriment. But I didn't really think too much about it. I just saw it and he asked him how much he wanted for it. He said $7. I thought this is probably worth $30 or $40. For $7, I'll grab it. But then when I started doing some research, first I realized, oh, this is like a weird touchscreen toaster. So you touch the screen and then it gives you options for different kinds of bread and different kinds of darkness and whatever. I think you can connect your phone to it somehow. I don't know how you do that, but I'm pretty sure you can. And then you hit start. Let's say it's a bagel. Hit start. It automatically squeezes the thing down and lowers it. And then however long it takes, that's how long it takes. It was pretty dirty. I had to clean it up quite a bit. But these things new, I mean, this is a toaster. Its job is to make toast crunchy, make bread crunchy. And these things sell for like between like $300 and $500, depending on the model you get. So it's wild. Like, I don't understand why somebody would pay $300 to toast some bread, but in any event, I'm going to press cancel on this. It's raising the, I don't know what you call those, raising the toast up. I paid $7 for it. These things sell all day. Like, there are, the sell-through rate on this is great. Supply and demand is very good. I think there's like 100 listed and like 200 sold in the last 3 months. So sell-through rate is intense. So I wasn't, even though it has this dent on it, I didn't get too worried about lowering the price because people are selling these for between like 125 and 180 for a used toaster. So I plugged it in, everything works fine. I cleaned it up. I don't know if it connects to your phone. Maybe I should test that. But in any event, $120 I'll list this for, and I paid $7 for it, and I think it'll probably sell very quickly. So that's everything from yesterday. All of this stuff just needs pictures, and then we'll be done with everything I bought yesterday. But that does not let us off the hook because there's still a lot of stuff that I bought today. So, and I got that death pile closet that needs the attention. So we'll get all of that done sooner or later. Someday we'll get all of it done. Right now, I'm going to go in the kitchen and I'm going to empty out one location. Maybe I'll look for a location that's a little bit hefty, filled with a lot of stuff, and then check the inventory, do a little audit, and then we'll see how that goes. So stick with me for that. Okay, all of these cabinets here have inventory in them. And so I just pulled this drawer out, took everything out, put it right here. This drawer is labeled KD1, stands for kitchen drawer 1, obviously. I've got the fan on here, so if that's affecting the noise, I apologize, but it is what it is. There's something from eBay. Let's see what it is. Best offer received, $5. I'm not taking that. I don't take offers on things that are on sale, and I have a lot of stuff on sale right now. I think I have like 1,800 items in my shop, and maybe 1,400 of them are on sale for 15% off. So I'm not, I would not consider an offer unless it was very close to the on sale price. This is a flashlight that I had listed for $14. It's right currently on sale for like $11.50. They offered me $5. I'm not taking any $5 offers on anything. That's no way for me to make money. So I'm not selling anything for $5. Okay, let's see. I have my active listings up right here, and I'm gonna search it for KD2, which is that drawer right there, kitchen drawer 2. It says there are 16 items in that drawer, and the first thing on there is definitely not in there. So we've already got a problem. Canon SureShot 85 zoom point and shoot. I think this might be one that oh, you know what I did? KD2 instead of KD1. There's a mistake. All right, we'll go back to KD1. There we go, that's better. This says 15 items in the drawer, and it looks good so far. So first thing in the drawer, according to this eBay listing, is this stapler. It's a vintage swing line. I thought it was in an interesting color, this sort of maroon red color, and I thought there would be people looking for red swing line staplers on eBay for the office space connection. So I grabbed that at an estate sale or a garage sale for like $1, just not too long ago, earlier this month. So it's in that drawer. I just have it listed for $13. We'll see if anybody buys it. This thing is a drill extension. I actually think this came out of the death pile pretty recently. I had this in a paper bag, and the package is a little bit open. It's only been listed since June. It's September now, and I paid 87 cents for it, and I have it listed for $10. $10 is on the edge. I'm considering raising my bottom dollar, and $10 is probably right where I would cut it off. $9.99, but whatever, I'll leave it there. Somebody might need that tool. Okay, these tools, I don't know exactly what these are for. Some kind of shackles. These are pretty new too. I think I got these in August at a garage sale just around the corner, and I have them. I paid $2 for these, $1 a piece, and I have them listed for $27. They've only been listed for a month and a half or something like that. I'm putting them back in there as is. Next up, screwdriver. This is one of those old-fashioned screwdrivers where you just push and it makes the bit spin. I got this at the Goodwill. This isn't really that old either. Technically, this is from like January of this year is when I bought it. I have it listed for $30. I only paid $3.34 for it, so I'm gonna lower that to $24.99, and maybe somebody will buy that. Okay, next. What is this? 3 tubes of L'Oreal Excellence cream. These are right here. These came from a garage sale, I think. I paid $1 for all 3 of these. Is this the sort of thing that has an expiration date? Doesn't look like it. I think this is conditioner. I know I had some of this L'Oreal Excellence and it sold super quickly, so I was excited to find this at a garage sale. But here it is. This has been for a year. I bought this on November 27th of last year, and it's still sitting here. So that right now is on sale for $16.99. It's because it's been listed for a long time. I'm going to relist that and put it at like $12.99. See if those will go. All right, these little erasers. I have these. these are getting deleted. I don't remember where they came from. It says the Goodwill, but I only have that listed for $6.99. Like I was just saying, is it worth it to sell this stuff for $6.99? I mean, this isn't that big of a deal, but nobody wants it. Nobody wants those. Okay, next. Where are we? Okay, 2 community plate spoons. These are shrink wrapped together. These aren't that old either, since May, and they're listed for $10, $11.99 for 2 spoons. We'll leave them alone. 8 Oneida forks, I think. Salad forks. These are all silver plated stuff, not from the same patterns, but that's probably the problem. I bought all these and they weren't from the same pattern. 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 8 of these. They're listed right now $33.99. Those are gonna have to be lowered, $29.99 or something like that. I also have a set. Here's a single spoon, 10, 12 bucks. I mean, these things have only been listed since May, so I don't know if I should be messing with the price, but I think I will. I mean, these also might be the sort of thing that's, you know, you need the right person to come along, and lowering the price isn't going to help that person come along. So maybe I'll just put these back in the drawer and not even think about changing the prices. All right, next up, zip drives. Yeah, $8.49. These are getting deleted. These are old memory, like pre-CD zip discs. I think if you have the drive, they sell pretty well, but I know I sold a couple of those drives, and when I saw these discs, I thought for sure these were going to be hot sellers too, but they've been listed since July of 2024 at only $10. They're not going to sell. I'm going to end that listing. Next up, here's a heavy duty wrench. This is Crescent wrench, Crescent brand, a good quality wrench. $16.99. I paid $3 for this. I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay, what's next? Rival. I had a crock pot that didn't work, and I took all the pieces off of it, and these are the handles. It's just like the plastic handles to lift, so you don't burn yourself. This is the same sort of a thing where when the person needs it, they're gonna have nowhere to look for it. So I'm gonna put it back in here, and maybe sell it someday. Okay, I have some Pokemon stuff here. A lot of 130 Pokemon cards, 2020. This has been listed since August of 2024. I don't know anything about Pokemon stuff. I got these. I really bought these from a kid at a garage sale because the kid was desperate and was doing his own selling or her own selling. So I bought these. These were in there. These are the ones that I thought were a little more fancy, like they had holos and reverse holos and whatever. That's as far as my research into Pokemon stuff went. So these are listed right now. These I paid $1. This I paid $1 for. This I paid $2 for. That's how I've assigned the cost of goods. And they have been sitting for a year and 1 month at $20 each. Right now they're on sale for $16.99. I think I will relist them at $14.99 and just let them go. And then I have one more Pokemon card here that I thought this was a one that was actually semi-valuable, and it is not. It's not on here. It's not listed. At least it's not assigned to this drawer. This is Mew VMAX. I was using that CGC, is that what it's called? The card reader app, collectible card game. You just hold your phone on it and it tells you how much it's worth. And this one I kept having trouble because I was having a very hard time taking a picture of it with all of this glitter and foil and everything. So I'm going to go right now to ended listings and get rid of these two that I just decided to delete. I'm going to delete those completely from my eBay shop, and then I'm going to go back to this list and action and end all of these listings. Then I'm going to go upstairs and relist all of these and check the titles, check the descriptions, check the shipping, check everything to make sure they're cool. That was like 13 listings back in that drawer. So this drawer is done. That's inventory. That's inventory audit for tonight, but let's try to find this VMAX. I'm going to go to active listings. I don't know if I'll be able to just search Mew, but I'm going to try that. MEW and see what happens. 0. This is not listed. So we'll try to do some more research on that and maybe relist it tonight too. All right, I think that's it for inventory. Okay, that's about it for tonight. I do have 2 orders that came in today. One, I sold these Smith CDs that I was kind of thinking about keeping for myself, the Smiths, but they sold for like 27 bucks. I thought that was going to be the only sale today, and then just like minutes before coming down to start filming this, I sold a leather jacket for like 120 or 130. So not too bad. It's, what time is it? It's 9:30, 9 quarter to 10 or something. So we still have time for more sales tonight. It's Saturday, so I'm not going to bother doing any packing. Nothing will go out until Monday morning. So I'll pack those CDs tomorrow when I pack any orders that come in Sunday, and I'll pack that leather jacket too. So stay tuned for that. This is a good jacket. I think I have 2 of these. They're from a Chicago institution. So I'll talk about that tomorrow. So make sure to tune in for that. We'll try to dive in to figure out why one sold and the other one didn't. But that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.